Welcome, everyone, to this deep dive into the hidden strengths that emerge from life's toughest battles. Have you ever wondered how some folks turn their scars into superpowers? You know, those experiences that knock you down but somehow build you up stronger? Today, we're exploring 8 remarkable abilities that people gain from overcoming dark chapters in their lives. These aren't just random skills, they're like secret upgrades forged in the fire of hardship. We'll count them down from 8 to 1, unpacking each one with stories, insights, and a touch of wonder. Stick around, because by the end, you might spot one of these in yourself or someone you know. Let's jump in. Number 8. Breaking free from the solo tyranny. Picture this. You're trapped in a world where one person pulls all the strings, dictating your every move, thought, and friendship. It's like living in a one-person dictatorship, where freedom feels like a distant dream. Psychologists refer to this as a cult of one, a toxic dynamic where control masquerades as love or concern. But here's the twist. Those who claw their way out don't just survive, they evolve into something extraordinary. They gain an uncanny knack for sniffing out troublemakers long before the drama unfolds. Think about it, after dodging emotional landmines day in and day out, your mind sharpens like a blade. These survivors develop a radar that's finely tuned to deceit. A phony praise? They catch it quicker than a hawk spots a mouse in an open field. Or that subtle shift in tone hinting at guilt-tripping? They sense it brewing, like storm clouds gathering on a clear day. Research backs this up. Studies on relationship trauma show that these individuals hone their ability to read fleeting facial cues, those micro-expressions that flicker for a split second. While the average person might overlook a raised eyebrow or a forced grin, these folks zero in on it, decoding hidden agendas with eerie precision. It's almost like they've installed an internal alarm system, one that beeps at the first whiff of manipulation. Imagine them as walking security checkpoints, scanning for emotional contraband instead of forbidden items. And the best part? They often become guardians for their circle. A buddy gushes about a new partner who suddenly demands they cut ties with old pals, claiming it's out of pure devotion. Our hero's inner siren wails. Whoa, this script sounds way too familiar, and let me tell you, the plot twist is brutal. With a gentle nudge, they share their wisdom, drawing from a hard-earned encyclopedia of red flags. Sure, their lessons came at a steep cost, heartache, and lost trust, but now it's their shield, turning pain into protection. Isn't it fascinating how the mind adapts, transforming vulnerability into vigilance? To paint a clearer picture, let's imagine Sarah, a fictional character inspired by real stories. Sarah spent years in a suffocating partnership where her every decision was scrutinized. When she finally escaped, it was like emerging from a fog. Now, at a casual coffee meetup, she notices how a colleague's helpful advice carries an undercurrent of control. Hold on, she thinks. That phrasing, it's straight out of the playbook. Her friends tease her for being overly cautious. But time and again, her instincts prove spot on, saving them from potential pitfalls. Add a dash of humor here. It's like she's graduated from the University of Hard Knocks with a major in BS detection, tuition paid in tears rather than tuition fees. This power doesn't just keep them safe, it empowers them to foster healthier connections, rewriting their narrative from victim to vigilant ally. Expanding on the science, experts in trauma psychology note that this heightened awareness stems from neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself. After repeated exposure to manipulation, neural pathways strengthen, making pattern recognition second nature. It's akin to a musician's ear picking up off-key notes in a symphony. What was once noise becomes a clear signal. Rhetorically, why do we overlook these gifts? Perhaps because they're born from shadows, but they illuminate paths for others. In a world full of smooth talkers, having this superpower is like carrying a personal truth serum, priceless and potent. Number 7. From shadow player to Sentinel. Ever met someone who seems to have an invisible shield against schemes? Often, it's those who've flipped the script from being the trickster to the truth teller. These individuals, once entangled in dubious dealings, may be skirting rules, pulling off clever ruses, or navigating the underbelly of society, decide enough is enough. They channel their old expertise into a force for good, becoming what we might call poachers turned protectors. It's as if they've traded their cloak of deception for a cape of clarity. Having mastered the art of evasion themselves, they now spot irregularities that sail right over most heads. Take a seemingly ordinary scene. A uniformed figure approaches, but something's off. The stance is too casual, the badge slightly askew. While others might nod along, our reformed experts' alarm bells ring loud. Those shoes? No official would wear knockoffs like that, they muse. It's like having X-ray vision for fraud, honed from years on the other side. Some even collaborate with former adversaries. Picture a one-time art pilferer now advising galleries on foolproof defenses, or a past schemer launching online exposés that dismantle emerging hustles. Their insights are gold because they've lived the game knowing every loophole, every feint. In everyday life, this translates to dissecting a friendly deal that's laced with ulterior motives, counting the warning signs like stars in a night sky. Let's weave in a tale for vividness. Meet Alex, who once thrived on quick cons, charming his way through sticky situations. A wake-up call, a close call with the law sparked his turnaround. Now, as a consultant for small businesses, he dissects phishing emails with surgical precision. See how the logo's pixelated? Classic tell, he explains to wide-eyed clients. Humor creeps in when he jokes, I used to be the wolf in sheep's clothing. Now I'm the shepherd with a keen eye for fangs. This shift isn't just practical, it's redemptive, turning regret into reliability. Scientifically, this aligns with concepts in criminology where desistance from crime leads to pro-social roles. The brain's reward centers, once thrilled by risk, now find fulfillment in prevention. Analogously, it's like a retired race car driver teaching safe driving experience makes the lesson stick. Ever wonder why some warnings hit harder from ex-offenders? Because authenticity cuts through the noise. This superpower fosters trust, proving that past missteps can pave roads to redemption. Number 6. Advocate for the outsiders. What if feeling like an outcast was actually your ticket to becoming a beacon for others? Those who've navigated the sting of exclusion maybe as the awkward kid in class or the newcomer in a tight-knit group often emerge with a profound empathy. It's like their experiences install a special lens, allowing them to spot isolation in a crowd. Much like a lighthouse piercing through fog, this ability turns them into champions for the overlooked. They notice the solitary figure at a gathering, the hesitant glance of someone new, and step in with a warmth that's genuine. Drawing from their own journeys, they mend social fractures, creating bonds where none existed. Metaphorically, it's similar to artisans who repair shattered vases with precious metals, highlighting the breaks as features of beauty rather than flaws. Their backstory becomes a tool for illumination, guiding others through similar shadows. In schools, workplaces, or communities, they foster inclusivity, turning personal pain into collective gain. Imagine it as upgrading from solo survival to team-building mastery. For a relatable story, consider Jamie, who grew up feeling perpetually on the fringes. Those lonely lunches taught him to recognize unspoken loneliness. Today, as a community organizer, he orchestrates events that draw in the shy ones. Remember that knot in your stomach? I've been there, he shares, lightening the mood with, now, let's turn misfits into a mismatched superfamily. A touch of humor. It's like assembling a puzzle where every odd piece fits perfectly. Psychological research on resilience highlights how adversity builds empathic accuracy, enhancing social intuition. Rhetorically, isn't it poetic that exclusion breeds the ultimate includers? This power not only heals the holder but ripples out, knitting tighter social fabrics. Number 5. Shattering the inherited chains. In families where dysfunction runs deep, like unspoken rules or buried hurts, being the one to seek help can feel revolutionary. You're labeled the oddball for consulting therapists, while others cling to the status quo. Yet, you're pioneering change, earning the title of cycle breaker. Visualize it as detecting smoke in a room where everyone insists the air is clear. You grab the extinguisher while they fan the flames. This role bestows unique strengths. First, an eagle-eyed view of harmful patterns. Like a sixth sense tingling at the hint of toxicity, you dodge generational pitfalls, from explosive arguments to silent resentments. Then, you craft a chosen family, selecting companions who uplift rather than undermine. Think curating your life's ensemble cast. Moreover, you learn self-parenting, offering the nurturing mist in youth. Studies reveal altered neural structures in cycle breakers, fostering healthier responses. It's like reprogramming a faulty circuit board for optimal function. Let's illustrate with Elena, whose home was a minefield of criticism. Therapy unveiled the cycles, empowering her to set boundaries. Now, she mentors others, quipping, I went from family black sheep to shepherd, guiding the flock to greener pastures. Humor aside, her story underscores transformation. Why do cycle breakers thrive? Because awareness is the ultimate liberator, turning inherited burdens into chosen freedoms. Number 4. Deceiver to truth guardian. Once masters of fabrication, capable of spinning yarns that fooled the sharpest minds, these individuals know the weight of deceit all too well. Each falsehood built a cage of their own making, eroding their true self amid aliases and alibis. But hitting the nadir sparks a reversal. They embrace unyielding honesty, becoming paragons of candor. Now, they're virtuosos at detecting duplicity, familiar with every ruse from their arsenal. A contrived expression? They see through it like glass. This leads to a devotion to truthfulness, shunning even harmless fibs, aware of their slippery slope. Their integrity becomes legendary. A promise from them is ironclad. Past deceptions, once a source of disgrace, fuel their authenticity. Take Marcus, a former swindler whose cons collapsed spectacularly. Reborn, he advocates radical transparency in his coaching. I practice those smirks daily. Now I dismantle them, he says with a wry smile. It's comedic in hindsight, like a magician revealing tricks to prevent illusions. Neuroscience shows how such shifts rewire reward systems toward genuineness. Metaphorically, its alchemy lies into gold standard truth. Number 3. Builder from the abyss. When life strips you bare, fortune, bonds, status vanished, despair could consume you. Yet, at 0, fear dissolves. No more stakes means bold experimentation, birthing the ground zero architect. Unshackled from expectations, creativity surges. Like a cook improvising masterpieces from scraps, innovation flourishes in scarcity. History brims with inventors who pivoted in despair, erecting novel empires from ruins. Rock bottom? Merely the launch pad for ascent. Envision Lila, bankrupt and alone after a betrayal. From ashes, she launched a venture blending her passions. Losing it all? Best thing ever, forced me to reinvent, she laughs, adding, like a phoenix with a business plan. This resilience stems from post-traumatic growth, per psychology. Question: what if downfall is destiny's detour to greatness? Number 2. Reborn, appreciator of the mundane. Addiction dulls the world to grayscale, fixating on one high. Breaking free flips the switch to vibrant technicolor. Everyday wonders, sunrise glow, laughter's echo spark joy unmatched. This superpower amplifies the ordinary, gratitude flowing from contrast. After deprivation, simple pleasures eclipse past thrills. They're like connoisseurs of calm, savoring serenity. Storytime. Theo, once lost to substances, now relishes dawn walks. Dew on leaves? Pure magic. He beams, joking. Better buzz than any bottle. Research on recovery shows enhanced mindfulness. Analogy: starvation makes a crumb a feast. No. Ux. Steadfast amid turmoil. Some remain serene in crises, unflappable where others falter. Veterans of peril, adventurers, soldiers have tangoed with chaos, emerging immunized to frenzy, brains adapted, fear processed calmly. A dire stare-down makes minor woes trivial. They're anchors in storms, problem solvers extraordinaire. Like Mia, a former extreme climber, now guiding teams through corporate upheavals. Avalanches prepped me for deadlines, she chuckles. Studies on high-stress pros confirm altered amygdala responses. Metaphor: chaos as rehearsal for composure. If these tales inspired you, why not reflect on your own hidden strengths and discuss them in the comments below? Your story could light someone's path. Thanks for watching. See you next time.